Hello Leo, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Leo. All Leo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Leo in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Leo, please. What does Leo need to know? All right, we're going to get the underlying energy here. We'll get the overall. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. But before we get into the cards, I have some stream of consciousness messages for you. So before I started your recording, I saw 11:17 on the clock on my phone. So 111. And then I saw 77% charge. So there was 111 and there was 777. These angel numbers could be important to you. They could be significant in some way. Leo, it looks like some of the most potent magic. Okay, so I went out into the forest. I have to explain this. Let me back up a little bit. I have to explain this first. I went out to the forest where I live to go for a walk to clear my mind after doing the Aries reading and open up the stream of consciousness for you to sort of pivot to yours. And so I went out for a walk and I heard a lot of different things. So let's get into it. Some of the most potent magic is the ritual practice that we invent for ourselves. Yeah, I went to the forest to clear my mind, to do your stream of consciousness, and I heard a woodpecker. I heard the woodpecker before I saw her. I kept my eyes open, looking around for this woodpecker. Your overall energy here, by the way, is the star, which is really good. And at the bottom of the deck, you do have the Ace of Cups. So let me see if I can read a little bit to you if this is interesting for you. There could be something in it for you. If not, that's okay. That doesn't mean there's nothing in the cards. This is just for somebody. This wants to come through. All right, so to open it up, blah, blah, blah. Heard the word. I keep saying heard the word before I saw her, but I heard the woodpecker. There was a woodpecker out in my forest. I heard her before I saw her. I kept my eyes open and eventually I did see her pecking away at an old log looking for something to eat. She can hear the bugs in the old log before seeing them. So you hear something before you see it. And she's diligently pecking away to get at what she wants. She's pretty aggressive and she's very determined. So what can we learn from nature? What can we learn from the woodpecker? What can we learn from our own animal instincts? How do we tap into this animal natural instinct in our own lives and in our practice? Is this not the origin of all magic? Think about it. Perhaps this is something to do with the origin of the magic within, or think about the origins of the magic and know that it comes from within yourself. So when we tap into that origin of magic within and we can invent our own ritual practices, these become very personalized and very potent because they are personalized and we're tapping straight into the source. It's already within us. We don't really need outside influences or external sources except when they coincide and confirm and clarify our own intuitive understanding. These external, like books, teachers, whatever, they can be very, very good for us. They can validate our experiences. They can explain things that we don't understand. I'm not saying we shouldn't learn things from teachers. Obviously, we should. But I think it's important to keep in mind that the origin and the source is within us. And these teachers, you know, they may be very helpful, but the most important thing to listen to is the voice within. Does it coincide with what we already instinctively know? Okay. And so, let's see. Think about it, blah, blah, blah. How do we collaborate with nature? How do we collaborate with our own nature and with the nature around us? So for instance, I use the deer trails. When I go for a walk in my forest, I use the same trails as the deer. I'm collaborating with the deer to make these trails. I use the same trails as the deer and it benefits me as well as them. We are working together on these trails in harmony with nature. I am harmonizing with the forest. I am not going in there and clearing my own trails and imposing myself. No, instead I'm making use of what already exists and I make improvements on them. I clear them a little bit and that benefits me as well as the deer. because it makes it easier for the deer to pass through as well when I do a little bit of clearing, but I don't clear too much. I just make small improvements that benefit everybody. So there's a message here about making improvements that benefit everybody without destroying or fundamentally altering the balance of the landscape. There's a landscape, there's an environment here that we're working in coordination, in connection with it, right? So what else? Okay, then I cleared my mind of all of that and I said, what else? There's a message here about protecting something that is precious. Protecting the precious balance of the environment, for instance. And again, coming back to this, enjoying the forest, enjoying the nature while also preserving the environment, being a steward of the land, being a steward of the magic, being a steward of nature, something like that. Of your own body, of your own environment, your own home, wherever you live, your yard, or whatever. I'm just also now intuitively picturing somebody who, you may live in like a city, and the only nature that you have is like the park. Okay, I'm seeing like Boston Common is one of the only really important green spaces in that area, right, of that city. I mean, I know there are other ones, but I'm just saying this is like a central, common green space, and there's a need to protect that green space and to keep it clean. And I'm seeing a vision of somebody who's cleaning up the park. This could be an important part of your own spiritual practice, to get involved with maybe volunteering or getting a job as somebody who cleans up the park. And this actually connects to something else we were seeing here too. Okay, so the next thing I saw was there, and I promise this is not going to last forever, so, you know, stick with me if this is interesting to you. If not, I understand, but I'm going to go through it anyway. Just a little bit left here. We have, there are a lot of birds out here today. The bird song has returned to the forest. Bird song has returned to the forest. This could be taken literally or maybe figuratively. It could be symbolic for you. Bird song has returned to the forest. And then I cleared my mind again and I saw a black stone. And as I was looking at this black stone, of course I started thinking about scrying and scrying mirrors. It just makes sense. But a turkey vulture flew overhead. This buzzard, a vulture, flew overhead from me at the moment that I saw this black stone. And buzzards and vultures are like nature's cleanup crew. They feed on carrion, they're scavengers, they feed on what's already dead. So again, there's this like cleaning up nature, preserving nature and cleaning it up. You may be cleaning up the beach. You go to the beach and you clean up the trash. You go to the park and you pick up the garbage on the ground and you throw it away. And this is benefiting you and it's benefiting everybody else around you. And you are cleaning up. You are contributing to restoring the balance or maintaining the balance of nature. Something like that. And maybe it's not a very glamorous job, but somebody's got to do it. And so we have vultures. They're not really a glamorous animal, right? They're kind of ugly, right? But it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. So, but they're important to the balance of nature, to the natural environment, for preserving and protecting something that's actually really precious and important. So, okay, then I went back to, and I saw the black stone again. I wanted to dig into that vision a little bit more. What is this black stone that I'm seeing? And I saw blue velvet. Like it was wrapped in blue velvet or dark blue velvet on the background. And I saw two hands holding the stone, and the black stone was in the hands and then the blue velvet was around it. I saw it like this. And then I heard the word safety. Safety first. Caution, safety. Okay. So I moved on and I decided it was time for me to come back to my shed and get, yeah, there's the hanged man. To get down to it, you know what I mean? To get back to my studio and start your reading. And then I was on my way back and I saw the woodpecker again, and I saw new holes. So there were new holes that she was pecking, and it was, you know, she's working on some new holes. And then I came back to my studio. I was coming back inside. I said, okay, is there anything else for Leo? Anything else that Leo needs to know? And I heard, don't go into the long grass. Remember that Jurassic Park movie? And there was that one part where it's like there's velociraptors in the long grass. Don't go into the long grass. Somebody said that. And I was like, okay, there are ticks. So in the long grass here in Maine, I mean, you want to be careful when you're going into the grass because there's ticks and you don't want to get bitten by a tick. You know, you want to check yourself for ticks. I guess that's just really good practical advice if you're spending time in nature. Don't go into the long grass, whatever that means for you. I mean, you can take it literally, you can take it symbolically. What if it's symbolic for something where you can't see your feet, you know, and maybe you end up stepping on a piece of garbage or a nail or a screw or a piece of glass, or I feel like there's an injury and you want to avoid this injury. You want to avoid the bugs or the ticks or the injury or something. Like, don't go into the long grass. There's something dangerous in the long grass. And so if that applies to you, take it how it resonates, you know. And that's what I've got for the stream of consciousness portion. What's on the clock? 10:43. So that's like 5 plus 3, that's 8. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into your cards. So the underlying energy here, we've got somebody who is really trying to straighten out their life, but it's really weighing very, very heavily on them. There's an exhaustion here. There's a need for perseverance, for diligence. Somebody maybe tapping into that woodpecker, for example. You know, they're just pounding away at something. Somebody here is really burdened. It's heavy. It's weighing you down. There's depression and anxiety in this underlying energy here. Okay. But the overall energy was the star. This is a vision for the future. This is healing and regeneration. This is being an open channel for divine source energy, for really tapping into it. Pulling that in to yourself and then pouring back into the source and being in this feedback loop of pulling this magical energy into yourself, pulling this healing energy into yourself, and then pouring it out, being the medium, being that open channel for communication, being that open channel for divine source energy. So this is getting cleared up. It's like you want this higher status in the future. You have a vision for your future. You want to heal from something. You want to straighten out your life. You want to straighten out your health, your finances. You're exhausted. Something is oppressive. There's a need for perseverance. You're almost finished. You are coming to the finish line. Okay? It's going to get easier after this. I just heard. It's getting easier. But you're not quite there yet, or you're almost there. You're so close. This is coming full circle. It's coming to completion. This very difficult, depressing stage, this period in your life that's just been really kind of dark and kind of heavy. Very, very heavy. And yeah, you've had to be really strong to get through it. Okay, cool. And so now we've got the start. And then at the bottom of the deck, we had the Ace of Cups. New love, a new hope for the future with the Three of Wands here. And yeah, wow, getting what you really need emotionally, especially. Okay, and then there's the Hermit. Okay, Two of Pentacles, King of Swords. Right, so this is something you've been meditating on for a long time. And it's almost time to take action on something. I saw that with the Two of Pentacles. You're like coming out of the Hermit mode. Okay, you've been in deep contemplation, quiet contemplation, really meditating on this, really like soul searching. But things are changing, things are growing and evolving. Something is changing here, and you're getting very serious about the direction that you're going in. There's a communication, there's a conversation incoming, opening up, taking action. Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, Taurus, that's that teacher. Okay, Virgo energy, Venus and Virgo, financial independence. Something's been held back. It's not going to be held back anymore. It's like you're being liberated from something. Wow, the Lovers, this is a choice. And then there's the Fool. I don't want to dig any further into it. Something comes to completion, you have a choice. Love freely given. There's the King of Wands, that's your energy. If you're dealing with an Aries, okay, wow. So, yeah, you might want to watch the Aries reading if you have any significant Aries placements in your chart, especially Venus in Aries or North Node in Aries, but anything else, you know, if you're dealing with an Aries, they are having a moment of truth and clarity that may be, you know, the King of Wands showed up in their reading too. So walking away determined to make changes here. Something is coming to an end, something is coming to completion, and you have a new love here on the horizon. And it's really positive, okay? We have somebody who's been keeping a lot to themselves, and again, over here, the Hanged Man with the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. It's like you've been stuck in a situation, coming back to this underlying energy again, stuck. There's not a lot of forward movement here. And there's a need to sort of surrender and let go and just let things play out and go with the flow and all of that. Queen of Swords, we had the King of Swords, Temperance, Ace of Wands. Yeah, so somebody's very, very intelligent. I'm getting the energy of two people who are very intelligent, very educated or knowledgeable, perceptive, perspicacious, judgmental maybe, but just, I think, unemotional about the way that they pursue knowledge. They're just like very clear in the mind, very logical, not very emotional, not even very warm, kind of cold actually. But here we have this new beginning, some sudden flash of insight, or just like some new information, something's very exciting. And then we've got, I feel like you've had to take a step back. You've controlled your emotions in order to get very clear about something so that you could make an important judgment call. And again, here we have you taking action on a romantic connection. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups, High Priestess. There's a psychic connection here. There is it's like, yeah, making something real. There's money coming in. There is long-term stability. Something is very comfortable. And it's like you've been meditating on what to do with this money or how to get this money. All right. What is the message here for Leo? You are coming to the end of this struggle, this very oppressive, heavy burden that's been weighing on you. You are getting it straightened out. You are straightening something out here. Your health, your finances. You've been really worried about this. There's a need for meditation. There's a need for visualization in order to get really very clear about how you feel and who you are and what you value and the direction that you're going in. And I feel you've been doing that with that Hermit card that came out. That is quiet introspection. Contemplating how you feel, what you value, who you are, the direction you're going in, finding the light within, connecting with source energy here with the star. There is hope for the future. I feel like a renewed sense of hope with the Ace of Cups, the star. But there's also, yeah, you're starting to see this differently here with this renewed sense of hope for the future is showing you something about the current situation where it's not really over yet. There's still something that's keeping you held up and held back. You're still connected here with the Four of Pentacles. There's still like, yeah, but you're seeing the vision. The important part about this reading, I think, is not so much the attainment of the goal at this time, but the vision for the future, the direction that you're going in, seeing it clearly and having a plan, making your plans, but it's not quite set in stone yet. There's still something you need to do or something that you're waiting for. Money with the Six of Pentacles. Getting what you need, waiting for this money to come in, waiting for some financial success. We've got more Taurus energy, Capricorn energy here, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Taurus. So there's a vision, and it's very much in your mind at this time. But there's like, there's this bringing it down to earth. Yeah, you're waiting for something with the Seven of Pentacles. And here's the Six of Wands. So you are going to get what you're waiting for. Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. It's taking time. You have time. And then, so it's like you've got to be patient. You're waiting. And in the meantime, you're sort of meditating. You're healing. You're finding peace within you. It's important for you to be at peace right now within the waiting process. It's important for you to be very patient We saw that Temperance card. Yeah, there's the strength. Mastering your emotions, discipline, strength, and self-mastery. There is such a powerful animal instinct here. Such a, like a virile potency. And it's passionate and it's powerful. And this is a source of strength for you. This is your card. This is Leo. It's creative self-expression, but it's like directing that creative energy, directing that powerful potency towards something creative, toward, you know, being, it's like being at peace with this, making peace with this within yourself, mastering those emotions. Yeah, with the Four of Cups. You have a lot of good going for you. There's a lot to be grateful for. I think somebody looking at your life from the outside would see that you have a lot going for you. There's 444 here. What's on the clock? Yeah, I just saw 21-4. So 2104. And then it turned to 5, which would be 3 plus 5 is 8. Another 8 here. Did we see 8 before as well? I don't remember. I think we saw 111 and 777. But now I'm seeing 444. We're going from the 6 to the 7 here. All right, so you're waiting for this money to come in. You're waiting for some kind of financial success. You are getting it, and you're really contemplating how you feel, and something is changing. Like you're really getting serious about certain goals here with that King of Swords. And yes, there is a communication. There's a message incoming. There's an expansion, or something's going to get moving. There's like clearing the air, yes, clearing up a misunderstanding, but I'm seeing like amplification of power. And I think we got that message in the last reading too. And in the last Leo reading, I realized I was actually wearing carnelian during Aries season, and it was like I was on steroids or something. You know, like I was on like, it was like I felt like I was drinking espresso. So you might want to be careful about which stones that you're wearing. Wearing carnelian during Aries season, for somebody who's got Aries placements in their chart, it's going to be like, go, 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 you know? Maybe a little much, just saying. But okay, so do you need to release a sense of control, or do you need to surrender control in some kind of way here in order to, it's funny because it's like, in order to really maintain control, I'm seeing there's a, it's kind of a contradictory message, but let me see if I can articulate this. It's like letting go in order to receive. Letting go of control actually leads you to mastering your emotions. In order to master this situation, there's a sense of like surrendering to it, to be in alignment with it, to bring yourself in alignment with this star card energy, with this like divine source energy. There's almost a need to like surrender this sense of control because you don't actually have it. You're not in control. It's like seeing it from a different perspective. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but that's okay. So here you are in quiet contemplation. This message comes to you, this omen, this signal, this sign from the universe comes to you, this opportunity comes to you. It's your choice whether or not you want to take it. I feel like while there is a lot to be thankful for, there is some kind of, there's also a very depressing, oppressive burden on you. And so here you have like this opportunity to say, well, what do I really want? What do I really need? What's missing? Here's that Ace of Cups that's coming in. I feel like that's what's coming in. So making peace with the situation, being grateful for what you have, surrendering a certain amount of control in order to be kind of flexible in order to get what you need. And here comes what you need in this form of like money, pentacles. I've got the 5, the 6, the 7, 5, 6. So, okay. So making progress on some kind of financial or, oh, I've got the 4. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So there's an expansion of financial abundance, getting the money that you need over time. You've already put a lot of effort and work into this. You're still sort of waiting for the results, but it's coming to you. So in the meantime, it's important to be using this opportunity to, I think, make peace with where you're at, just to be at peace within yourself no matter what's going on around you. And I feel like that is like a surrendering for some. There's like, okay, you're not happy. We get that. Can you let that go in order to receive, to be more flexible, to be kind of open to making some intelligent changes, making some decisions here, seeing things clearly, but being patient to make this happen. Taking a step back, withdrawing from the situation to get clarity in order to go towards something new. There's also traveling and moving here. Something very exciting, actually. Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. It's powerful. There's an increase of power. But it takes time. There's a need to do some kind of work here. With the Temperance, it's like alchemy. You're alchemizing the situation. So you're still getting things lined up. You're still making... So it's like, this is a process. We talked a lot about this in your last reading too. Going through the motions. There's things you have to do. There's steps you have to follow. And so if you don't want to do it, then it's not going to happen, right? Okay. Realizing something. Wow. Getting what you want. Following your intuition towards what you want. It's like bringing your vision into reality. There are steps to follow, and you're doing it, but it's not fun right now. This is not having a lot of fun. This is like, somebody's pretty apathetic, actually. Again, withdrawn into themselves, very quiet, holding back, keeping things to themselves, holding on to some situation. There's a tension here between like holding on and letting go. Hanging on to something that it's time to let go. But you're still kind of dealing with it. You're stuck on that. All right, great. So let's see. Let me get some, let's get some Enigma. Let's get an Enigma card to confirm and clarify, to highlight anything. So this new love here is like you're inspired by something. Something new has inspired you to want to make some changes, change things, looking forward to the future here. You've got a vision, you're going for it. So in the meantime, you have to work out these practical details. You're waiting for some money to come in. You're waiting for the results of something. This is weighing heavily on you. You don't like to do this work. It's not fun. It's not comfortable, but you know it has to get done. You also are seeing things differently. Like you're working on opening up to seeing things differently, to surrender to some sort of process here and being patient with it. Okay, so we've got love. The card that came out from the Enigma deck is love. This card symbolizes, well, it's just like the Ace of Cups here, but we're talking more about it, I guess. Compatibility on every level. Mind, body, heart, and soul. This is like the Lover's card. It's the number 4, again. We've got the sword, the heart. There's passion. There's communication. See the nervous systems here. Sympathetic nervous systems. It's like, I feel like this is a very comfortable connection. It's very peaceful. It's very well balanced. The hive. Yeah, this is somebody who's part of your soul family. There's a Yeah, there's a message about family involved as well. So let's see. This is love, number 4. Fundamental compatibility, physical, rational, and emotional connection. And there's a highlight on the life force. So this is like a very life-giving. Okay, you may even start a family if you want, if that's something, you know, obviously not everybody wants to do that, but you could possibly start a family with this person. So it's like you have this new love. Here it is again. This is what you're looking forward to. This is what you want. This is what's been missing. It's giving you hope for the future. It's a very healing message to do with this love. It feels really, really good. Okay, but you're still dealing with straightening out your life. There are things that you need to do. Certain things have to come to completion before something new can begin. But we have the 10 of Wands, and we did see the Ace of Wands around here somewhere. I think it's over here. So you are bringing things into completion so that you can go through this transformation process towards something new. Okay, I want to get, I do want to get a little more clarification here. Can we get one card from the Wild Unknown? Come on. Here we go. 7 of Pentacles again. The 7 of Pentacles is making those gradual changes. The 7 of Pentacles now came out twice, but here we have the 9 of Pentacles. 7 and 9 of Pentacles, it's all about investing in your personal finances, gaining a lot of money, becoming financially independent. There's the 10 of Wands again. So this is something that is weighing very heavily on you. It is a big deal, but you're coming to the end of this, and it's time for you, I guess, to let something go again. All right, we already said that. I'm going to read from the book because I like her take on things. 6 of Swords, hope at last. We saw that. Hope at last and travel. So there's renewed sense of hope here. Okay, so what else? Fair and analytical, sharp and perceptive. 9 of Pentacles, happy, healthy home. That's what you're going towards. A happier, healthier home environment. Somewhere where you live. We saw that Queen of Pentacles too. I don't know if I said that. It's like you're moving. Maybe you're getting a new house. You're moving on your own or something. Living alone. Period of contemplation. Oh yeah. Okay, so you're in a period of contemplation and uncertainty about maybe how you're going to get this money, how this is going to work out for you. You're like, shouldn't I be reaping some rewards by now? Maybe. But the mind has control over the perception. Yeah, we're coming back to this idea of like controlling your emotions and controlling your perceptions. But then again, being flexible and open to seeing things in a new way or doing something in a new way, letting something go, making a sacrifice. Sacrifice is to make sacred. Okay. Your rewards are waiting for you to recognize them. So perhaps there is a need to recognize rewards that are already in front of you. But I do see you waiting for something as well. So yeah, this has been a period of quiet contemplation. Maybe that's what's for the best for you right now. But I do see that there's action that is being taken eventually. Perhaps that's still in the future. And then the 9 is like happy, healthy home. So you're contemplating your home environment. Where do you live? Are you happy there? I feel like you're not. I feel like you have a lot going for you though. So yeah, you have succeeded in many ways. Think about where you were 5-10 years ago. You are now where you wanted to be back then. You set out to do this and you got what you wanted, but perhaps things have changed, or it's not enough, or there's dissatisfaction, or it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, or something. And now, that part of your life, that chapter of your life perhaps is coming to a close. Or you're starting to see a future where it has come to a close. Maybe it's not closed out yet, but it will eventually. So you're starting to look forward to the next thing. This is the result of hard work here. It may be a premonition or a promotion at work, newfound stability and happiness at home. Enjoying the finer things, luxury, refinement often accompany this card. Yeah, so we get that. Results of hard work. And we're looking at love There's a new love here beginning. Yes, we see that. Revitalizing your spirit. Burdens, blockages, and difficulties are a factor. Definitely a factor here. Burdens, blockages, and difficulties. You got to get through this to get... Yeah, it's really hard for you to get through to what you want right now. You feel like you can't just do or say whatever you want to do or say. There's definitely blockages and you're not sure how you're going to overcome it yet. But you're thinking about it and you've got a vision and you're going for it and you're letting go. This is such an interesting message here. I'm kind of like, I think I'm going to be contemplating this one, the whole like letting go of control in order to like achieve control. It's so different. I don't even think that makes sense, but it's telling me that it does. Letting go of control. I think maybe in order to gain power in a situation, it's important to let go of control of that situation, whatever that means. Tell me in the comments, does that make sense? And then it's like being in alignment with a higher power, surrendering to the higher power, sacrificing a small amount of control in order to become in alignment with the higher power, and then thus in alignment with that higher power you receive more power or something. Like it's very empowering. You gain mastery over a situation by letting go of control of a situation. I am not sure what that means. Sorry, but like I'm trying to deliver the message as best I can, and this one is very interesting to me because I'm not exactly sure. Self-mastery coming from a place of letting go of control. Okay, maybe that makes sense. I think I'll think about that afterwards though. So there's a feeling of, because there's a feeling of hopelessness and depression here in the underlying. Attached to negativity, choosing to walk the hard road. Can't get through. There's mental or physical burdens that have been weighing on your spirit. It's difficult to face this. So you're contemplating how to make some gains, financially especially. Okay. Right. I'm going to get some tea leaf. What do we got on the clock? What have we got? We got 37:33. 3:33 and a 7. So we'll wrap this up soon. It's already getting kind of long, but if you're still with me, we'll get some tea leaf, just a couple of them, and then we'll get a Wild Unknown Oracle archetype, and we'll close it out. That'll be it. So what else to confirm and clarify this reading? We've got, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps money or goals. Love, money, or goals. Wow. Yeah. We get the barrel here. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, and goals. We've been talking about that. So what are you missing? What's missing from your life? Because it looks like you have a lot of good things going for you, but you're contemplating something. I feel like, honestly, you're not happy. And that's okay. So you're contemplating what it is that you need to be happy, maybe? Or that's something you should do. First of all, making peace with where you're at. And then from there, figuring out what's missing. But then we have the crib, the birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So take that as it resonates for you. I know not everybody wants to have a new child, but we did say with that love and the Ace of Cups, I mean, we were feeling that way. Something about that may be a factor here. It could be a new enterprise. We saw that Ace of Wands, you know, so you could be a new home, moving to a new home with your new lover, or whatever you want to do, starting some kind of a business. Maybe this is the new goal, the new love, the new money that's coming in, something new. All right. Or maybe it is a child, if that's what you want. And then we've got, all right, cool. That's enough. We've got the hammock, taking a vacation, either physically or mentally. Yeah, traveling, taking a vacation. This may help to clear your mind, figure out what you want, where you're going. Ooh, the sun. Here we go. Happiness and well-being. Well, we love to see that. So that'll make you happy. Getting out in the sun, that's you, Leo. That's your planet. That's the sun. That's happiness, creativity, liberation, revelation. joy, enjoying your life here, making the most of it, making the best of it. And then we have the Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. There's that Four of Swords and the Strength card here. Perhaps making peace with a situation involves releasing the need to have control over it. And this gives you a sense of peace and strength. And then you can see this differently, and something starts to open up for you. You start to see, okay, you take a step forward and the path opens up. Deep personal strength and peace assure your success here. So be happy with what you've got, right? And then this will help you be in the best sort of frame of mind, I think, to perceive what it is that is coming next, to welcome whatever it is that's coming next. I've also got the Clouds. Your problems here are temporary. And the Crown, honor and respect will come to you. There's an increase of power here that I'm feeling that's coming from the last reading I did. And then we've got pay attention to your finances. So yeah, you got money coming to you. There's help, assistance, or guidance that you will be receiving. Or you're giving it to somebody. So if you have a lot of money coming in for you or something like that, there's a need for, like, you can be generous with it, I think. You don't want to, I don't know, you get what you give, I guess. There's you're giving to a situation and you're getting something back from it as well. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just saying what's in the cards here. Between the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, there's like, it's a very generous energy. It's very generous. And Leo is typically a very generous, magnanimous sign. Very big heart, you know, with the Sun card being here. It feels good. I just got the image of somebody who's like buying a round of shots for everybody at the bar because they like it, because it feels good, because it's fun. Something like that. That's a very Leo thing to do. Sharing the wealth. Okay, cool. It's up to you. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles, sharing the wealth. I feel like somebody's very wealthy here. Somebody is increasing their finances. They're keeping it a secret. That's cool. I agree with that. But at the same time, there's a need to give back or to share in order to grow. Ten of Pentacles. That's really good. This is long-term abundance. So if you're wondering about money, yeah, it is coming in for you. Someone's got some secret money, I think. Okay, cool. I don't know. Somebody's very, very intelligent, very hasty, but they're also kind of hard to work with because they're a little bit belligerent, actually. And they're kind of sneaky, but they're really intelligent. Taking a look at maybe what you're hiding from yourself or others. Seven of Swords. You know, 777 here. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. I like to see it. We got the Nine of Pentacles and the 10. So it's a good outcome. I love that for you. You may be trying to figure it out now, but I do see that you're able to pull it off. So that's good. Let's get you an oracle from the archetypes. I'm still learning this deck, so we will read from the book if that's something that's interesting to you. Then stay tuned. So this will be to confirm and clarify whatever we've already said, maybe highlight something we said, or maybe bring into the conversation something that we missed. But it's a closing message for Leo, please. What does Leo need to know? Closing message for Leo, one card. There we go. The Dead End. Wow. Yeah, no kidding. Dead end. So this may immediately ring some bells for you. If this reading was resonating, then let's read from the we'll read from the book though. See what it has to say. The Dead End. Your closing message. It's number 40. Okay, here we go. So this is the closed door, the final chapter, and the impasse. Contrary to what the name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It is a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. That's that Ten of Wands that came out twice. Yeah. Okay. Let's just read. Let's just read. It is thick, dense, uncompromising. It's a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, "No more, child, you have reached the last page of this chapter." It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way. Natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what it was. That's what we're talking about over here with the holding on and the need for control, or to try to force something, and you're just going to have to let it go in order to rise up above this. Okay? In this way, we fight with life itself. From the mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. This is bringing me back again to that Aries reading, by the way, because they got the seed. If you're dealing with an Aries or somebody with strong Aries placements, there's a need for a conversation. You know what it is already. You might want to watch that. But anyway, yeah, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. The dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So this dead end is actually a beginning for you, but you're going to have to accept it. I think we were talking about that earlier when it was like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. This is what you wanted. You are now where you wanted to be 10 years ago. You got what you wanted. It didn't turn out the way that you expected. It's not what you in a way you didn't get what you wanted, okay? But this is what happened. So, honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt. That's what this is. Being honest and brave enough to accept and not hold on to something that is a dead end. To accept and adapt. I just heard improvise, adapt, and overcome. I think that might even be the name of your reading today. I'm so glad this is getting cleared up. I was like, what is that? It's the dead end. So when it's in the light, it's acceptance, humility, relief, and reverence for change. When it's dark, it's inertia, stuckness, tension, unconscious gripping. This right here. If you'd like to go deeper, listen to the song Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Oh my God. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. Love it. Listen to that song. And then Donny Hathaway's Giving Up. Reflect on dead ends in your past that led to unimaginable wonders. The moment you accept the ending, a feeling of grace will arise. Doors begin to open both inside of you and in the world. Note that in most stories and movies, the moment the protagonist reaches the dead end, something riveting happens. You are the protagonist. I love that for you. So you're in this period of contemplation. You've got to make peace and accept that this is a dead end. You're coming to the end of it. Okay? That's great. What else? And then there's a new beginning. You have this new love. This is the oracle. We've got the oracle. Oh, what is that? It's talking about a place of knowledge or power. What is the oracle? I just saw the oracle card. Maybe it's not important. Place of knowledge, access, a request, asking questions and finding answers. So that's your answer. Place of knowledge. There may be some important place you go, like on vacation, physically or mentally, where you end up finding and reconnecting with what really makes you happy. But it's that deep personal strength and peace within. That's what's going to get you there. That's what's going to assure this kind of success. Where you get your 10 of Pentacles. Where this is the spirit of the living knowledge that you are participating in the growth of abundance here. Long-term successful. It's like, it's got to do with money. Yeah. Maybe it's a dead-end job, dead-end career, dead-end relationship, realizing it's over. And then the moment you do, you get this offer coming in for you. You're uncertain about it. That's okay. Quiet contemplation is a good thing. But at some point, I think there's going to be a moment for action. It doesn't look like you're really taking action right now. There's a lot of cards of sitting quietly, meditating, having a vision for the future. Right now, you're working on your vision. You figuring it out, maybe figuring out some logistics, figuring out the money. I feel like there's something I'm missing about this 10 of Pentacles. Let me just read it real quick if you're into that. Let's just read it. There's something here from this new book that I got. It's really nice. Fulfillment and abundance. Material and spiritual abundance in nearly every area of your life. Completion. The journey was well worth it. Be generous, not only with your money, but also with your wisdom. Providing guidance to those who struggle. You will be rewarded tenfold. Whatever you put into it will come back to you times 10, okay? That's what I was trying to say before. That's what I've got for you today, Leo. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.